And
No,
he's like, no.
my son is
no.
so shy. He is so shy. He will not sing or do anything.
Now, you did state that you were kind of a shy person and
Yeah.
you didn't know how. So maybe that's a phase that he's going through, and he'll probably pop out of it.
I'm well aware of that, but even at home when there's no cameras and no pictures and nothing like that, my son he don't want to sing, do nothing. He just want to just play and want to fight daddy and all that. So
now, your first self-titled Abdullah, and that was released in 2011. What was that CD about?
No, that the name of that album was called Inspirational Hip Hop for the Black People.
Okay.
That was released after I got out the military. It took me 2 tours speaking on different topics such as my admiration for Malcolm X and how my music can be inspirational for Blackhood and things of that nature.
Okay.
And at the time, it was well received. I did a lot of shows. I was able to make a lot of contacts and connections with people on the Chicago hip hop scene, which led me to put out an EP in 2015 called The Message EP. This is where the song Emotional Baggage and Chi-Town Destruction come a part of. Inspirational hip hop, it was definitely a great time in my life. I mean, creatively, I was probably at my peak at that time.
Okay. And now your new CD, your current CD is coming out, Black Determination. That's going to be released on June 8th, 2018. You're going to have your album release party, and that's also your birthday?
Am
I correct? Yeah. And you'll be 21, right? You'll be legal. Awesome. So with the Black Determination CD, what is that CD combined of? What is it all about?
First and foremost, the Black Determination CD is to greatly show the greatness of Black people and also touch on how Black people need to control their own political, social, and economic resources in their communities. And it's a wide range of topics I'm speaking on with Black Determination. First and foremost, I speak on my platform to inspire and encourage Black men to do better for themselves, not first for self, then do better amongst their family, and finally strengthen their community. And then as far as the album, wide range of topics, I'm speaking on how destructive these gender wars we're seeing out here in social media between Black men and women, how destructive they are towards our community. I'm also speaking on how important it is to build a proper family structure within the community. And I'm also speaking on how both men and women should be faithful to their significant other. In my case, if I had a woman, I'm basically explaining how faithful I would be to her if I was in a relationship. And also, I got a couple of songs where I'm addressing the violence in Chicago to how we have to decrease the violence that are continuously devastating our youth. And also how we should form and build a solid foundation amongst each other as Black people. Because at the end of the day, we're all we got. We're constantly looking for acceptance from everyone else, when in reality, we should be looking at ourselves in the mirror and start loving and embracing each other. And this is the importance of Black determination. You can have the determination and the will to accomplish whatever you want to. And you should not allow society and the society standards stop you from progressing and producing as a Black man or a Black woman.
All right, now you heard it from Abdullah on Everyday People Radio Show. So stay tuned and listen up, because we're going to have him do a piece from his album, Black Determination, in a few moments.
All right.
Number 1.
Yeah, it's Abdullah, y'all. Black Determination. Check it. This song is productive for all the Black men out there who's being positive and being productive. Listen. I am a Black man determined, always living for certain, and I won't stop. The time closes up on this curtains. My name is Abdullah. The people, I'm your servant. To serve God's will form, give it a meaningful purpose. Doing something positive in my life, very constructive. Forget being lazy, this Black man is so productive. My attire is neat, like my handwriting in cursive. There is a coded message in nearly all of my verses. I am determined, to do something for my community and working towards the day where blacks can have unity. Put my life on the line if mistreated brutally. Be aware of my decisions, don't act foolishly. I come from the gutter where I prosper and suffer, and I do identify with my sisters and brothers. For today isn't the day for our extermination, because I'm striving with knowledge and self-determination. I am a black man determined, y'all. I am a black man determined, y'all. I am a black man determined, doing something positive in my life, constructive, y'all. I am a black man determined, y'all. I am a black man determined, y'all. I am a black man determined, living my life every day with other. I'm determined to help my family out if necessary. This is a legacy to my son I have to carry. Remain positive until the day my body bury. Cause an intelligent brother in America is scary. I'm a spirit in the spirit of Malcolm X, where I'm showing black people dignity and respect. Be honest in my approach, this is what you expect. But lyrically on the mic, I'm always catch a wreck. Always do it for my people while cashing the check. Even though I am aware our situation's a mess, I put it all on the line and I'm expecting no less. Even if I gotta practice abstinence from sex, I give praises to Allah. I do believe I am blessed to be given a platform to effectively address. I can accomplish this through hard work and concentration. This black man has knowledge and self-determination. I am a black man determined, y'all. I am a black man determined, y'all. I am a black man determined, doing something positive in my life, constructive, y'all. I am a black man determined, y'all. I am a black man determined, y'all. I am a black man determined, living my life every day with others. Similar to James Brown, I say get loud and proud. That I'm black and I'm proud, it's heard across the town. I'm very thrilled about learning my melanin history, whether it's relevant or surrounded in here the mysteries. The criticism of white supremacy can get to me. I'd rather live my life, y'all, with bravery and infamy. I carry the spirit of the U.S. Army Infantry. Cherish my loved ones and carry love and memory. For my son, I'm determined, y'all, to be successful. A part of my life is going to always remain special. Overcame the odds with that in mind, I am grateful. The love for my people doesn't mean I am hateful. I think before I speak, plus I gotta be careful. What I put on social media, my issues are racial. In the end, I want my soul to be clean like detergent and work real hard, cause I'm a black man determined. I am a black man determined, y'all. I am a black man determined, y'all. I am a black man determined, doing something positive in my life, constructive, y'all. I am a black man determined, y'all. I am a black man determined, y'all. I am a black man determined, living my life every day with a new purpose. That's black man determined.
Black man determined. Abdullah. That CD is called Black Determination. How can they purchase your album, Abdullah?
That CD will be available online on cdbaby.com and also reverbnation.com/GISCLIK11.
Okay,
and I will also have physical copies as well.
Awesome. And if anyone wants to kind of backtrack and get some of your old albums, because I know with me, if I find an artist that I like, I want to backtrack and get some of their older things that they came out with. How can they get those?
reverbnation.com.
Okay.
reverbnation.com.
Awesome. And on those albums is Abdullah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awesome. Now, having been in the military and experiencing war and combative deadly situations, then coming home and seeing the news with murders of minorities, especially blacks on black, and police killings of unarmed individuals, men, women, and children.
Mm-hmm.
This is happening on a daily basis. What are your thoughts and feelings about that?
Well, before I honestly answer the question, I must say, as black people, we have to stop using the word minority. We're not a minority, we're a global majority. So that's something we have to get out of our vocabulary. But as far as the murders here in Chicago, it is very staggering and devastating. However, I know plenty of people that are working tirelessly to try to combat some of this violence by reaching out to the youth. We have to touch our youngest. We have to physically get out there and speak to our young men and women and see what can we do to help solve some of these problems that they're currently having. And one method I've used is getting together with other like-minded brothers and working with groups like New Era Chicago that are actively
NEC.
involved. NEC in the building, shout out to Taji. But they are actively involved in the community, doing groundwork, helping police up the community. So if anybody disrespects our people in that community, NEC is right on it, and I greatly salute them. So
Yes.
that's one method we can do to solve the violence. It is devastating, but I tell people all the time, it's not as bad as it used to be back in the day. Because back in the 90s, it was really bad. It's just more publicized now than ever before.
Yes. And do you think the publicity is a good thing?
It definitely brings attention to some of the problems in Chicago. However, it's still up to the people in Chicago to actually solve the problem. Because what the media is doing is that they're publicizing it for all the wrong reasons. They're trying to glorify it and glamorize it to show the rest of the world that all these black people, these young black men here in Chicago, they call themselves savages and they killing all the ops and all that. They're not worthy of being redeemable in our society. Whereas in our community, you got brothers like T.O. Hardeman, who recently ran for governor, who is actually out there all the time doing something constructive to help our young men. And the thing about the thing about the violence is a lot of it ain't gang related. The media puts that out there to make it seem like all these gangs going against this gangs. It's really this neighborhood against this neighborhood, this clique against this clique. The gang structure is very different today than what it was back in the 80s and 90s when you had that proper leadership structure. Nowadays, these young guys are so loosely structured, they have no proper guidance and direction that they're just out hurting everybody. And so one method to solve the violence is we have to get men like myself and others to play a role into pulling our children to the side and giving them something productive to do and actually build something so that our children can benefit from it.
Yes. Now, when you talk about the children and having like different community services, like what particularly do you think will help with the situation?
First and foremost, job opportunities. And this is where brothers who got something financially going on within themselves, you can't just say, oh, I got a bunch of money, I'm just going to leave the hood. No. Instead of leaving our communities, let's buy our communities. One method is construction. If we get into real estate and we start buying buildings in our neighborhoods and we start fixing them up, you can get some of the young guys out here, teach them construction, teach welding, teach them plumbing. Shout out to my man C Priest. He's also a hip hop artist, and that's what he does, welding and electricity. And you could make actually pretty good money. And if you could teach our young men and help some of our young women out here by protecting them when they're out and about doing their thing, then this is one strategy we can use to curb down some of the violence. Will we absolutely diminish it all? No, that's unrealistic, but we can do something to help diminish it some.
Absolutely. So when we're talking about like trades, I think that's a good thing to think about because everybody is not built for college. Everybody don't want to go to college, but they can pick up a trade and they can make good money and have their own business, after being under someone, being a apprentice or whatever. So that's an excellent idea. So you guys, think about that with your kids. If your kids say they don't want to go to college, try not to pressure them. Let them kind of find their own way because everybody has to have their own walk in life. Everybody has to have their own testimony. So maybe you can redirect them in a different way. If they say they don't want to go to college, maybe it's just not their time right now for that. Maybe they'll have to go back. And I can say that honestly because I've experienced that. Again, I have 4 children. So all kids have their own little personalities. All kids don't want to go to college. Everybody's not made for that. Everybody's not built the same. We're all different individuals. So we have an individual walk.
I don't mean to cut you off, but one more thing I'll add to that to piggyback off it is if you are educated, if you are going to school, try to get into the STEM field. Science, technology, engineering, mathematics. That is something we can absolutely get into and progress in Black America. Because technology especially, that's what I'm currently in school for. Technology is the new wave and is the future, and it is something that our people have to do. We definitely need trades. We definitely need physical manual labor. But get into that science, that engineering, that technology field, that is something our people can greatly benefit from. This is to all the people who are highly educated and they're doing their thing and they want to excel beyond just regular studies at school. STEM is the way to go.
Absolutely. And also get into, into law with the politics and things like that, because these laws need to be changed. We need some people on the side of the people, not just for one particular set of people. We need somebody in there that is going to actually think about the benefits of others, not just their own. So that's very important to do. Let's see. Now we're going to talk about, you think that you were talking about how the blacks, women and men, how we disrespect each other.
Mhm.
So my thing was, do you think that men and women understand the pain and damage they cause with being disrespectful to each other and the way that some address themselves and one another?
I don't think we really do, because if we understood the type of hardship and pain and distrust we have amongst each other, I don't think we would be doing it at all. I think that ever since the 1960s, with the welfare system breaking up the family structure in the black family household, it has done more irreparable harm than it's done to improve our conditions. And what and my thing is, yes, as black men, we can be critical of black women. However, a lot of our women are in a predicament because of the shortcomings we have presented as men. So therefore, as I stated earlier, my platform is designed to actually rebuild up not only just the image of the black man, but the mentality of the black man, the physicality of the black man, the spiritual realm of the black man. Because the black man is supposed to be the leader, he's supposed to be the teacher of our women. Because we build the physical infrastructure and our women benefit from what we build. And once we learn our proper roles in us in nature, then we'll begin to rebuild the respect and trust that we have long lost.
Yes, I appreciate that. Now, why do you think some people have a hard time with that whole concept, with the understanding of that? I know the welfare system was a big impact on the Black communities, but it goes far beyond that from the beginning of slavery and time when you had to watch your king be abused and the king had to watch his queen be abused. The children had to watch these things. So that was the beginning of the breakdown of the mindset and the hardship and the pain. And it just continued to go on and on. And then the false belief that this welfare system and having the projects, having homes and breaking up the families that way is still a whole nother form of slavery, when your mind is thinking that it's going to help me, but in reality, it was only hurting me the whole time.
Despite all of these discrepancies that has happened to us throughout history, I just went and researched this earlier today. Despite of all these things we've gone through by the psychological, physical, and economic breakdown of Black America, the reality is Black men and Black women are still in relationships or are married to each other. The study showed that over 80% of both Black men and Black women are still with each other. We have to get over this mainstream perception that Black men are just leaving Black women at record numbers. And we also have to eliminate this process that Black women, we don't trust our Black men, so we're gonna continue to date outside our race. Listen, love is love. If you love that person, you genuinely love them, that's fine. I can always accept that any day of the week. However, when it's out of hate and hostility, I cannot respect that. And so, despite the fact that we've had all these atrocities done to us, we have still remained amongst each other. Because I will tell anybody this, and I know we got a couple more minutes left, but the Black woman, to Black women out there, I want y'all to listen though right quick. You're my problem. All right? You're my problem. Can't no other man on the face of this planet fix you or be more kind and caring to you and concerned about you than me, than other brothers like myself. And black man, we're the black woman's problem because we helped to birth us. The women gave us life. We created it, they birthed us. So we have to get over this notion that we ain't gonna get along, that we hate each other so much that we just want to go somewhere else. Because for black men out there to say, oh, I'm gonna leave my black woman alone and I'm gonna go mess with foreign black women, man, they gonna treat you the same way you getting held here in America. And excuse my language, but black men and black women overall, we have to correct ourselves. We have to start being more kind and trustworthy. Start speaking to each other more. Start saying, hey, what's up, brother? Or hey, what's up, sister? You know, that'll put a smile on somebody's face, especially if they're having a bad day.
Absolutely. We're running out of time, so we're going to go ahead and close out. We're going to have Abdullah do one more piece. He's going to close us out today. This is Everyday People Radio Show on Intellectual Radio and iHeart Radio Station. I'll see you next week on Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Peace out, love, and poetry.
Recognize the importance of our ancestors, and we humbly pay homage to our past hero. We know about our past heroes. We should get to know about our past heroes. We should get to know about our past heroes. We should get to know about our past heroes. A full embrace my past heroes like Harriet Tubman, who freed 300 slaves and she fought for justice. During the civil rights movement, we protested in March, but that wouldn't be possible without Rosa Parks because she refused to give a seat into a white man. Malcolm X made me proud to even be a black man. He taught me to fight for mine by any means necessary. This is a legacy and a message I'll always carry. Marcus Garvey wanted us go back to Africa. We could understand about our presence and caliber. Just like Farrakhan be preaching up in the minds, the black community should learn about the Harlem Renaissance and Black Wall Street before the ultimate destruction. Study your history, such as Reconstruction. Don't never let anyone label you a Negro. Take the time to learn about your true past heroes. Get to know about our past heroes. We should get to know about our past heroes. We should get to know about our past heroes. We should get to know about our past heroes. Black people, you are an African and not a monkey. Our ancestors were the first to die for this country. We fought at every single was to let freedom ring, because I have a dream of Dr. Martin Luther King. Although you got questions, I'm providing the answers. Our greatest military force was indeed the Black Panthers. And don't forget about our sisters, such as the Journal Truth, who stood for liberty. So really, there's no excuse to keep fighting for today, y'all. We need to be bonded by carrying the spirit of Khalid Abdul Muhammad. And don't forget about the 60s, we're fighting for freedom. This is the type of history we need to be teaching. The Black Gullahs got the inspiration from the Haitians. It makes you smile that our history is so amazing. Don't never let anyone make you feel so below. To be proud to learn about your true past heroes. Get to know about our past heroes. We should get to know about our past heroes. We should get to know about our past heroes. We should get to know about our past heroes. Take the time remembering our heroes. And it's time to celebrate our past heroes. We should always try to cherish our heroes. Living for the spirit of our past heroes. Frederick Douglass, that's our heroes. Ida B. Wells, y'all, that's our heroes. Booker T. Washington, that's our heroes. Muhammad Ali, fam, that's our heroes. Prosper Shirley Chisholm, y'all, that's our heroes. Malcolm X, he is always my hero. W.E.B. Du Bois, that's our heroes. Dr. Frances Cress Wilson, she's my hero.